I am completely convinced that there is no business problem that you couldn't get at in one way or another, in some way with the PI that would be helpful. It may not be the answer all the time, but it'll always help get to the answer. Yankee Candle's been around since 1969, when 16-year-old Mike Kittredge made his first candle. And in 2004, we are $500 million big with 330-odd stores and more than 14,000 wholesale accounts across the country in all 50 states. We put a lot of emphasis on people at Yankee, how we treat our guests from the moment they walk in the store, how we treat our employees, which we think is a cyclical process, frankly. A happy employee makes a happy guest. We spend a lot of time planning for development of staff and identifying talent where it needs developing, where we're gapped, and what we need to do to help people get there. And that, frankly, is the largest focus that we have right now in HR at Yankee, and that's where the PI comes in. How we brought PI in was somebody who had used it in a past life talked to my director of learning and development about what a powerful tool it was. When we first brought it in, we were working on leadership development. We took the PI and matched that up with a self-look and really taught people to look at themselves in a pretty full way, and they found that extremely helpful. The other way we began using it almost immediately was individual and team development, and that's been the most powerful thing we've done with it, is to help people learn to look at themselves in a way that is kind of accepting of that is the natural way that you are. It's not good or bad. It isn't a judgmental tool. There isn't a right or a wrong answer for any particular person or any particular person's job. There just is a set of behaviors and a bunch of needs that motivate them. We use the PI all across our business. We use it in manufacturing, we use it in distribution, we use it in procurement and our retail stores. We use it with the senior leadership team, with the human resources team, in finance. We haven't penetrated information systems yet, but that's next. And all the other, the selling and sales-based teams, at every level we are using the PI. It's just a matter of what's the right need in any particular area for the PI at that time. We have multiple stores across the country, and each store has a management team and then also sales associates, and each group of stores has a district manager. So we started at the store manager level, and we did a validity study with PI Worldwide's help, and we matched up the PIs of folks in our stores with actual data that we measure those same store managers on for review and incentive purposes. So how'd they do on store sales? Did they meet budget? How'd they do on other measures that we look at in our own business for success? PI Worldwide did that and matched it all up together and came up with a very clear picture for us of who are your top 25% sales performers and who are the bottom 25% sales performance. And in our business, sales is the thing we need to look at, and that we were able to look that compellingly at the difference between the two was eye-opening and was huge. So from there, we will begin to use the PI to help us coach folks who don't have those natural behaviors more towards them, and to help us in a hiring way to select those people who will have the most predicted sales growth in their own stores. So I would call those hard results. I can tell you it's been an extremely powerful tool at Yankee Candle, and people use the PI in a lot of different ways, but the thing that I would say has been the most impactful is giving people a common language to talk about behavior and to talk about their own and team behavior in a way that they weren't able to talk about it before, and in a way that is safe and non-judgmental if we've done our job right. And that has been tremendous, and it really has forged relationships and has allowed people to work within their teams and play on each other's strengths in a way that they didn't in quite the same way before. It's a tool that endures, and I would imagine will endure for a long time to come, that really makes a practical and personal difference to businesses, but to people one at a time.